What is this, Lady Ada?
Greetings, Earth people. It's time for show and tell. It's me, Lady Ada, with me, Mr. Lady Ada. We're here at the Adafruit Factory. Next half an hour is going to be the best half an hour of your week, as we have makers, crafters, 3D printing people, all sorts of people making stuff, and they're going to show off what they've been doing. So we're here till 7:50. We're going to call on the Adafruit folks, and we have a few visitors, and maybe more people will show up. So let's kick it off with Scott. Scott, what are you synthing this week?
Oh, you give it away.
No, sorry. Well,
so I
install CircuitPython on.
Yeah, sorry.
It's true. Yeah, you know I love to have lots of projects all going all at once. And I went to the thrift store and I found this.
Well, where's Chris? Where's C. Scott when you need him?
So it's a PSS 140. Which is an old portable electric piano from Yamaha, and it's running a chip in it that's like an old version of, or like a lower cost version of the one that was in the Sound Blaster. And I'm gonna be doing a bunch of synth stuff at some point for the gaming handheld. And so I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if I had a MIDI controller? But you know, buying a MIDI controller is too easy. So I want to hack this to put CircuitPython in it, like Phil said.
Yeah.
And there's this really cool blank spot here where it has a list of all the voices. And so what I was thinking is I don't need that list. What I could do is I could fit like trellis on here. So I could have more knobs and stuff, more controls, and run like a sequencer. So like I could have CircuitPython pretend to press all of the buttons as well. And then I also had a project that I was doing was this like feather in trellis. So I could put actual feather wings along the top here. I think I said 10 earlier when I was talking a little more, but I think I can only fit 8.
Okay.
But basically you'd be able to have like one feather that does USB and MIDI, and then we can have like feather wings with knobs and displays and stuff like that. All along the top of this portable synthesizer / piano.
You can have a Featherwing GPS, so it'll only allow you to play certain songs in certain locations.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny when you said you were going to show off your keyboard. I thought it was another like CircuitPython type of keyboard, but now you've moved on to music keyboard. All right, this looks sweet.
And we have a special top secret tonight to show on Ask an Engineer, which might be relevant to your interests.
Maybe. Scott knows about it, but other people don't. Stay tuned, everybody.
So it's not always true. I see top secrets and I'm like, oh, I didn't know she was working on that.
What is she doing all day?
Yeah.
All right. What's up, Phil B?
Phil B, what you got?
Hello there. Hey, do you want Spectro or do you want old computers? Your choice.
Spectro.
I'm pretty sure I showed this before, but I'll show it again because it's really pretty. We had done this project years ago using Arduino, and it turned out it wasn't real practical. But it was a unit, like an all-in-one thing that combined, these RGB matrices with a computer, and it gave you, pretty music visualizers, or you can put your system stats scrolling on there or whatever. And I'm a little it's kind of washed out, on the camera.
Yeah, it looks good.
But it is so pretty in person. Like you can do this on your computer monitor, but LEDs just. The light has this really visceral, shiny appeal to it. And so when you see this thing in person, it's really fun to see it lighting up. We got some fun clocks and stuff we're doing.
Computer monitors are ruined. You do your taxes on them. You have to look at the news on it. There's no sense of looking at computer monitors.
Yeah, exactly. It is pure whimsy.
And what is it doing? Is this a FFT or what's going on?
This is FFT, and this isn't even... I'm not even cleaning up the output. It'll look even nicer when we're done.
Just don't put like news stock and weather on that.
No.
It'll be a monitor.
We have this clock. It's like Pac-Man going around eating the dots. Stuff like that. So anyway, the Arduino we were squeezing every last bite out of it, and you do one thing wrong and it just wouldn't even run.
Yeah.
The Pi is just. It's ridiculously powerful to do these things. So that's what we're going to do.
And we got the matrix bonnet that you just plug and play, so no soldering is required. And
it's so much easier to build now.
And you put Wi-Fi in it, now it has the perfect time all the time. And like, that's one of the things we were like struggling with, like how do you do daylight savings time? And then it
It's horrible. Yeah. So it's nice. Makes it so much easier to do this. It's one of those things that's like its time has come. It was too kludgy before.
Okay. Well, we're doing this thing. All right. Thanks for showing off. So coming soon.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Noah and Pedro.
Hey, what's up, folks?
Hey
guys. So we're still in summer, so I thought we'd make a nice little boat-inspired cricket project. We got a bunch of those rovers on Learn, but we don't have anything that goes in the water. So I thought I'd try making one out of some pool noodles, of course, some 3D printed parts. And because we are, love camera and video stuff, we put a little GoPro on the bottom there. So this would be really good for, I don't know, research or like when we get the Raspberry Pi cricket version out, we can do some like image tracking or something like that. So it's using NinjaFlex seals to make sure that no water gets in there. And we got the waterproof battery pack on top. And we just got a nice little dance sequence on here. So it just turns on the motor so you can like rotate it around or do a little obstacle avoidance or figure out what the shape of the body of water you're going to be putting it into or your pool or something like that and just have it track around. We have all the components fit inside the enclosure. So I'm going to open this up.
I like the pool noodle technology.
Yeah, definitely a great way to save on print time, to have something that actually does float using the smaller ones. So they only cost like $1, I think, at a dollar store. And of course, we dressed it up, added little googly eyes on it as well. And we got
a robot friend.
Yeah, nice little robot friend. It can follow you around, record stuff, and see what is going on, like in a lake or pond or something like that. Check out invasive species going on, or do some like environmental cleanup or something like that. So lots of nice uses you can have for a little water-powered little rover. And we should be seeing some images here of it in action. And it's not so while the case isn't like waterproof, we don't recommend like dunking it underwater. We did flip it over a couple of times and no water got into the case. So definitely a nice.
It's weather resistant.
Yes. So nice, fun little project for summer. Well, we still got some sun out.
Okay, we'll be showing off that full video tonight on Ask an Engineer.
All right.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
All right, JP.
Hey guys, so I wanted to show what I'm going to be working on for my live stream tomorrow, which is a drawing machine. And so the basic concept of this type of drawing machine is a armature of a couple of arms that are connected to hubs that are either different radii or are moving at different rates. And so I'm using some Lego Technics beams and pegs here, which is a really nice, easy way to make this sort of thing, especially because if you change the positioning of the pivots, you get different drawings out of them. So I'm going to switch cameras over here so you can see. Here's the machine that I built, and I've got a guide coming out on Friday for this. So the idea here is that I can just set that armature down on a couple of pegs on these gears. And I'm using our Cricut with the Circuit Playground Express to drive a couple of TT motors. And I'm just going to fire it up, point the camera at the drawing end of this thing. And so typically what you'll do is set a radius and position of the nodes as well as your speeds, and then let it go. And you can stop anytime. You'll get a nice, beautiful drawing at the beginning, or you can let it go much denser by going longer. I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little better. Use the camera move here.
You get like spirography type.
Yeah, really. I love these, and there's kind of two main ways that, I mean, there's a lot of ways to do these, but there's kind of rotating turntable and just one arm is moving and the other is fixed, or there's this type, which is, I think, simpler to build because you're doing two gears right next to each other that are rotating and not dealing with the turntable, which needs to be geared down a whole lot more. So that, if you're interested in seeing this, come on to the live stream tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern time, and I'll be demoing more and showing you some of the inner workings of that.
Okay, cool.
And so on Ask an Engineer, we're going to show the screen you screaming, and it's screaming back, and a make code minute.
Super. Thanks, guys.
Except Chris Young.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, let me get over to my screen share here. Wake up, minimize window. Wake up, minimize window. Go to sleep. Okay, this is my talking musical neopixel clock that I showed the early stages of a couple of weeks ago. And this is the Fusion 360 rendering that went with the tutorial, which is now live on learn.adafruit.com. That's the front panel. This is the back side with all the guts inside of it. You start out with a feather wing doubler, and you put an infrared receiver and a photocell with a resistor. You wire all that up. And then here's the basic guts of it. We've got an M0 BLE and a Music Maker feather ring. The red, green, and yellow wires go right to the neopixels. The blue wires are to do a touch control feature. You have 3 different ways of controlling this. You either use touch controls, you can use infrared, of course, which is my favorite, or you can use the Bluetooth Connect app on your phone or tablet. Here are all the guts along with the speaker mounted on a 3D printed faceplate with all the wires hooked up. Again, this is all modeled in Fusion 360 and rendered really nicely. I love the way these are turning out. This is the actual 3D printed parts. I printed the faceplate in black and the stand in black. The ring I printed in white PLA and then spray painted it with a copper colored paint. And here's the final product, all assembled and working. And there are a lot of artifacts on that faceplate. My 3D printer's not doing so well. But when you look at it under normal lighting conditions, hanging on the wall, you don't see any of that texture there. It looks really nice. And it just sit on your desk or hang on the wall. And as always, you can get more about my projects at tech.cyberify.com. And you can see the tutorial for this on the Learning System. Search for Talking NeoPixel Clock.
Yeah, we made it live a couple days ago. It's an epic guide. People should check it out. It covers everything from modeling, to 3D printing, to Arduino code.
I like the end result, but I really like the renderings.
That rendering is pretty sweet.
Okay, one other feature that I added from the last time I demonstrated it was I added a cuckoo clock feature in addition to the Westminster chimes. And so we're just about to get a cuckoo here in a minute.
Yeah, good timing.
So you have a choice of doing that at the top of the hour or chimes.
8 p.m.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you set it forward. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I set it forward so we could hear it.
That's great.
This is from the future.
Or just speak the time. It does animations. It plays music. It does everything. So I had a lot of work. But I had a lot of fun. One other thing on my blog, there's a new article. It's a little bit tough to export files from Fusion if you have files that are linked to files that are linked to files. The save as feature doesn't work very well. It doesn't work at all, actually, if you have linked files, like where you reference one design from another one. And so I found a workaround for that, and it's described on my blog. So if anybody's interested in that, check out my blog, tech.cyberify.com.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, sweet. Thanks, Chris.
All right, JMK.
Hey, JMK.
Hi. So
Hi.
I'm working on this. Hold on. I got it. God, I can't wear something that's plugged in. It's a Gemma M0. It's going to be a RGB LED dot star necklace. I've got the design ready and 3D printed. And yeah, so let's turn it on.
Turn on.
So right now it's just got this simple rainbow. It's just like the one that comes when you when you first get the Gemma M0, but it doesn't have the fade, because I needed to customize the code, not use the default one. So I decided I'm going to make it myself. And since I made use of the capacitive touch, so on the back, if you look at these 2 copper plates,
Yeah.
If you tap this one, the normal red light turns on. You tap the other, it turns off.
Okay.
So I just made those back ones for capacitive touch just because eventually those will probably be changed animations to like something different because there's a lot of animations I could do. I mean like millions that I could put on that little LED. And right now I've got it plugged in, and on Adafruit I've got the 150 milliamp batteries and the charger that it said that charged at 100 milliamp hours. Hoping that'll work for this, and that seems to be the smallest I could get that would last enough.
Yeah.
Or smallest at all, possibly. So yeah, and also, oh yeah, I couldn't help but notice that on the Google Plus, there was a post about the Lego vacuum thing from the King of Random. I watched that video a week ago, and it's funny that you posted that. I didn't notice that. I watched that video a week ago, and you just posted the Lego vacuum, a link to the video that I just watched a week ago because you thought it was cool.
That's right.
It's cool.
Yeah, I like the Lego vacuum thing. I need that for my little brother.
We're all finding cool things together. When I write on the blog, I usually imagine who's reading it, and it's usually just the people I know because it's hard to imagine people you don't know because you don't know them. Yeah. So that's what I usually do. So yeah, if you ever want to start blogging, let us know down the road.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, JMK.
Thanks, JMK. All right. Next up, Azur.
Hey, Azur.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So this week I've actually got a custom lightsaber that I've been working on. It's actually taken me just about a year because I've made so many different iterations to it. But it's actually controlled by a teensy. Has a micro SD card, a motion sensor, speakers, and then I've got another button on here. You can't really see them too well because I have it dimmed so much. It's actually one of your RGB push buttons. Because I can actually sit here and hold him and it'll change through my colors. I've got a couple different modes that I can switch color-wise and whatnot.
Are you a blue lightsaber person, or are you willing to go red?
I'm whatever I want to be, honestly.
Okay, good.
Because here we go.
You'll fight for whatever side is the coolest. You don't care.
Yeah, whoever's got the most cookies and whatnot. I've got a mode too that it'll just sit there and cycle through the colors itself.
Cool.
It doesn't want to progressively cycle because I have the brightness so low.
Yeah.
But I'm going to sit him up there for just a minute because I've got something else that goes with him.
Good sound effects.
Yeah, I like the sound effects.
Turn on and turn off, yeah.
Thank you. I've actually got a little box here. A little hard to see because I'm in the dark. Inside is a itsy bitsy M0, a haptic motor controller, an 18650, and an HC05 Bluetooth module. Where is my button? Because it's actually Bluetooth to the lightsaber.
Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
So I'm actually able to, I'll be able to wear it under my fun suit and nobody will know that it's actually under there. Yeah. And I can have remote control of it, so I can pass it to somebody and be like, here, watch this. I can turn it on with the Force.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
And I have full same functionality of the buttons from the lightsaber in this little hand controller.
Okay.
So it's
awesome.
Outstanding.
All right, you're ready for Dragon Con or whatever con you're going to.
If you want to on the show and tell sticker for the lightsaber or for costuming or for anything else, email support@adafruit.com and we will send you out one.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
We had one other person, but then they dropped. They had a helmet thing. But,
yeah.
Maybe they can come back.
Maybe they'll come back next week.
Okay.
They look cool.
All right.
I just remembered a thing here.
Yeah.
Might be relevant to people if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area. I just remembered this coming weekend, August 4th and 5th, is the Vintage Computer Festival at the Computer History Museum in Mountain View. I went last year, and it was pretty fun. If you like who doesn't like old computers?
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, if you like old computers, it's a neat event, and the museum is a lot of fun as well. More old computers.
Again, that's this weekend.
That's this coming weekend, Saturday, and Sunday. Yep. Just
I'll mention on the show too.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Scott.
All right, thanks, Scott. JP, JMK. Bye, JMK. Bye, Chris.
Thank you, Zur. We'll see everybody on Ask an Engineer in just a few minutes. And as always, we are here every week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for making this the best half an hour every week, every single week.
See you guys. See you in a couple
Scott,
minutes.
play us out. That doesn't play us out.
Because I'm playing. You're running CircuitPython.
I don't actually play piano.
That's okay.
Of course not. You have a synthesizer.
It's true.
Hi, everybody.
It's polyphonic.